No, actually it's just me today, we're a bit short staffed, so I'm not using this large copper pan on the gas fire. I've got the smaller hot plate back here. So instead of the usual 8 or even 10 kilos of sugar, bucket full that we'll be cooking up on there, this is just 6 kilos. Along with that, you've got 3 kilos of liquid glucose. As the liquid glucose is actually quite a thick syrup, got some water in here as well, just to help sort of, wet the sugar, help dissolve it, make it easier to cook up. Just use these metal bars, hold it in place for a moment. Just takes a little bit to cool too quickly, at least not until I've got the rest of the ingredients stirred in. Get that next one on. So for the raspberry bit, we'll start with a little bit of natural purple. And then the larger bit, the vanilla bit, we'll just leave as it is. I'm not going to use any food colouring in that for the moment. Got 2 flavours. Also got this, dextrose. Because the flavours, just the vanilla and the raspberry we've got today, but all of them, by themselves at least, they won't mix into the sugar properly. Whereas powders are easily stirred in. Dextrose, not really got a strong flavour. Not going to affect the taste of the sweets. Quite a fine powder, so it doesn't affect the texture either. Other powder we sometimes use, it does affect the taste of the sweets, but that's citric acid. So as you might expect, that only gets used in a few sweets, the sour sweets, fresh lemons, things like that. So the underside of the sugar, as you might expect, in contact with a bare metal table, is cooled faster than the top or the main part. So it's sort of forming skin, which is quite helpful, makes handling the sugar a lot easier. So there we go, mix that in a bit. Just give it a chance to sort of cool, to reform its skin on the underside, and just fold it in, turn it in a few more times. Make sure that as it cools down, it's cooling down evenly, faster than the other. This doesn't really matter because I've got that other table there, the hot table. Put a bit of sugar on there, and there's a little heater underneath. It'll keep it warm, soft and workable. So all the other bit over here is ready. A little bit soft, a little bit, not so much sticky, it's just sort of tacky. Are you ready?
Got a stopper, isn't it? Put that in a wrapper, Dad.
There this goes. This is a bit small really for what this machine is designed for. Sometimes they go
What does he do?
okay first time, sometimes they resets to settle down.
See that then?
Don't leave it on there too long, it'll just mix in completely and just have one big piece of sugar, which is just like a light purple. Stretch it out here. So this is the batch roller, and it's just a set of rollers. Simple as that. Just hold the sugar in place, make it easier to lead down to the roster plast, the red machine in the middle. Thin down a bit. And now it's going to fit between those little wheels. So they pull it through. There we go, got our sweets coming out on the far side. And starting to build up on the carousel. So one thing machinery's not doing is not breaking those sweets apart. I have to do that by hand in a moment. Fill out with about 2,500 sweets here. I don't want to wait till the very end to try breaking those sweets apart, because after all the layers filled up, the ones at the bottom, well, they could have sort of started to stick together. So just quickly stop that for a second. Yeah, they're cooling. There we go. Now the sweets are already made. They're underneath that cloth inside the big copper crystallisers on. And at the end of the day, when all the sweets are in there together, they're going to get spun around with a bit of caster sugar on top. Enough caster sugar that every sweet will end up with a little fine coating of that sugar. And that is very good at stopping them from sticking together. A little bit sticky, but about working up alright. So everybody, once again, thank you for coming here to see our sweet making. Enjoy the rest of your time with needles and also some of these sweets. Thank you.